losing this fight.
Not a fight anymore, boss. It's a war.
Video Comic Con. I'm here with Batman Cape Crusader Season 2. I'm here with the producers. Guys, welcome to Comic Con.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, one, I'd say congratulations with this show. The first season, I was very just intrigued in terms of the world that you guys created, even though it's a world that I know since I was a kid, but yet you made it distinctly different in terms of time period, but also having the influences, homage to like the Batman animated series, but you still made it your own. You talk about in the process of going to season 2 and still trying to expand that lore of this world, the Batman universe.
Well, we just wanted to capitalize on what we built in season 1 and just kick it up a notch. More action, a little more violence, a little more intrigue, a little more mystery, and just keep doing what we already set up in the first season.
Yeah, for me coming in season 2, they had already built a great house, so we're just sticking an addition on that big house. We're just expanding the house. It's great. I'm having a ball with it.
Yeah, one, I just wanted to say with the characters that you dive into in season 2, again, it was definitely a creative leap, but also it was a smart choice because, again, for Batman over 80-year-old character, and there's so much you can do, but at the same time, I think it takes a lot of creative liberties to a risk involved to make those changes, and particularly I want to talk about non-spoiler what you guys do in the last episode. So I want to know when those moments happen, what is the discussions are happening in those rooms about, hey, no, Batman doesn't do this, or hey, you know what? We've been seeing this before. Let's change it up a little.
Well, without spoilers, how do I answer that? Well, we knew we wanted to make it bonkers. We wanted that final episode to tie into everything that had been set up before, but in an unexpected way. And so I think it all connects. I think it makes sense. We really just wanted to put Batman on his heels and give him someone who's so much more than what he had dealt with up until that point. Mm-hmm. And to really put him on the rails or the ropes rather, with an adversary he just couldn't handle, and also someone who's coming from a similar place as him. Again, Jeff had a great analogy about
the mirrors.
Yeah.
Our idea was to make it a little bit different. Batman and the Joker are always played as opposites: crime versus law, chaos versus order, whatever it might be. And this time around, we wanted to do it more like these are two people who've been shattered by life. They're two broken mirrors, and they're facing each other. And one of them is kind of putting himself back together, and the other one is absolutely not. And you don't know which one it is. And that was our goal. Yeah. So you decide whether we did it or not.
Now, much as the characters in the Batman world is important, is also the setting, the city of Gotham City, the corruption in terms of the crime. We've seen many different iterations in terms of how to display corruption within Gotham City. But in this time period, but also with the characters you have like Jim Gordon, like Barbara, going to season 2, how do you guys, discussions you had about these two characters in terms of the police department, of how the corruption is moving through Gotham, and also as new characters coming through, how is that showing how the city is having an effect on these characters?
I mean, James and Bruce were very much like, these characters will grow. However many seasons we get, they will grow from whatever happened. So you don't forget what happened before. And if you saw the whole season, you see that the events of season 1 linger, and people are dealing with pain, dealing with injury, dealing with how do I live, all of that kind of stuff. And as much as we can do in a half-hour action show about Batman, we tried to keep those characters alive and growing so that you're not sure where they'll turn up. And that was all from Bruce and James. That was just me following orders, basically.
Yeah, for instance, we put Barbara Gordon through a very test, of her integrity as a law person, and where there's parts of her that want to do something extreme. And it's like we want to push all the characters out of their comfort zone so that they're not just black and white. They're, the whole town is capable of being corrupted, and it's about who does and who doesn't let themselves
will Gotham corrupt you.
Yes.
Being there corrupt you.
Yeah, and now we mentioned previously about Joker. There was a major announcement about who the voice of Joker was going to be, but without giving any spoilers in terms of what happens in this season, I just say from what I've seen is that this is a very different Joker. and I feel it's more of show don't tell.
Yeah.
And but using a way of not just in terms of the actions and the chaos that brewed, but also in terms of his mannerisms. Was that just in terms of a conversation you guys have in the writers' room about, hey, listen, we need to switch this up. There's many different variations, and I'm like, all right, we can just go copy and paste, or like, no, we need to make this original.
No, it was. Well, the idea came from the very first panel of Batman #1, where Joker's just sitting behind the desk. He's not smiling, and he's thinking, he's contemplating, he's figuring out his plan, and we just started from there. And we didn't. The rest of the book we didn't go through. We just said that's the
That's our
panel,
Joker.
and everything came off of that.
And they started that in season 1. The Joker you met at the end of season 1, that's the Joker that we gave you. So
Yeah, and I just want to say, no, I'm just wrapping it up.
You're wrapping up?
Yeah, thank you. I just say again, what you guys have accomplished in 2 seasons, again, it's just been immaculate. And as just a Batman fan, I could not be more happier. I just want to say thank you to both of you. All right, we see you guys in the next video.
Thank you.
Shall we begin?